For number 1, it doesn't matter whether Carmen or David is your x, but I'm going to go ahead and put David as x, and because Carmen is 10 years older than David, she's going to be x plus 12. Now, 5 years ago, David would have been his age today, minus 5, and then Carmen would have been her age today, minus 5, which makes her x plus 7 5 years ago. Then it says 5 years ago. That means we're going to be using this data right here. It says the sum of their ages was 28. So the sum of their ages is going to be an addition problem. So we're going to take Carmen's age, x plus 7, plus David's age, x minus 5, and we're going to equal that to 28. And now you have an equation where you can combine like terms and then solve it. I'm going to skip down to number 4. Again, it doesn't matter whether Jack or Lacey is x, but it says Jack is twice as old as Lacey, and I don't like working with fractions, so I'm going to say Lacey is x and Jack is twice that, 2x. So in 3 years, that's going to be 2x plus 3 for Jack and x plus 3 for Lacey. In 3 years, the sum of their ages, so again, Jack, 2x plus 3, we're using this data right here in 3 years because it says in 3 years. That's our hint that that's the data that we're going to use. So their age in 3 years added together is going to be equal to 54. Again, you have a nice equation now that you can simplify. For number 6, we have to work backwards a little bit because we're actually going to define our x in the 10 years ago column. I'm looking at the second sentence that says 10 years ago, the sum of their ages was 36. And so if the son was x years old, then the father would have been 36 minus whatever the son was at the time. So for example, if the son was 13, then the father would have been 36 minus 13, which is 23. And then 23 plus 13 is equal to 36. So I was just substituting those numbers in as a hypothetical there. But 10 years ago, the son was x and the father would be 36 minus x. And so currently, the age now would be x plus 10 years old. And then same thing for the father, we're going to take this expression and add 10 to it. So it's going to be 46 minus x. So now we'll use the first sentence to write our equation. So 2 times the father's age, 2 times whatever the father is, which is 46 minus x, is, that's the equal sign, 8 more than would be 8 plus 6 times the son's age, so 6 times x plus 10. So now we have to use the distributive property, get the variables on the same side, and then isolate the variable to solve this equation. Notice it is asking how old the son is for your final answer.